worked. As the artists became more comfortable with the gear, the setup, the locations, then they started to bring in more gear and more equipment.
So that was 2 years ago?
This was in 2008, correct.
So what's Contact now? Did you lose Contact?
We did a Contact in London in 2009, a special Contact show where we took it from 6 artists to 9 artists, adding 2 more live acts as well as another DJ, all playing at the same time. And this took place at the Brixton Academy. And for 2010, there's going to be a Plastic Man tour, which builds on all the technology that we've learned and used in the past 2 years for the Contact shows. And that's going to start with Time Warp in Mannheim in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
2 weeks, yes, in Mannheim.
So if somebody wants to make contact with Plastic Man, in about 2 weeks there will be this show in at Time Warp. So basically we saw the beginning of the Detroit show, and we'll see quite a few problems doing this show in Detroit in a very small venue, but it grew, and Tokyo is going to be an amazing experience for the Contact tour, and that's what we hopefully are about to see now, if we get to see the rest of the DVD we wrote. Thanks a lot for coming, Brian.
Thank you for having me.
And yeah, good luck for the Plastic Man tour and for the AT side of it.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Has their own element from whoever the DJ is, whether it's Richmond or Troy. They're playing records and songs on Tractor, and that's sending out a master MIDI clock through the network into a router, and that splits off to all the individual machines. As soon as the first track starts, all of our live acts start, and it's all in sync.
Most of the time, everything stays in sync, and you don't have to worry about beat matching or anything. You can just get up, and for me being a live act, I can just get up and play a percussion line, or just play a hand clap if I want, or a synth line, or anything to add to the current sound of the music.
So we can see what Ali's doing behind us, so that hopefully we can have even a better connection and a better feeling for the audio and the visuals. This camera is broadcasting via the cube over wireless LAN, so people with little iPods or iPhones can actually get kind of a different view from back here.
It's interesting to see everybody in the room when he's got this type of idea, and everyone's saying the same thing. We can't do this, it's impossible, the technology isn't there.
Here you'll see some other text members who aren't here, who are on the internet, can actually type small messages, and Ali can decide if he wants to put those on the screen. So there's a lot of live connectivity.
You can never keep 100% up to Rich's visualizations because he seems to be always light years ahead of it.
They all seem to be working now. If most of them work tonight, it'd be great. That's really
Jesse brought SH101 to the show, and oh my god, yeah, we could bring gear in now, which would also sync to everything. We have the SH101 and they're running through delays, so while maybe Magda and John are playing something, I can go up there and play a bass line, like live on the SH101. Or Jesse could like add some synth solo or something like that, and it was so much fun, like that we can actually have a studio on the stage.
We can put the 101 here. Wait a minute, I gotta use the 101. We can share it out. Yeah, we'll go like.
As I was, I guess, the rig leader, I had to somewhat try to put a little bit of control on how far or how quickly we could add things or change anything. Do what we did at so good, start adding everything. Sometimes I think perhaps we're like, let's not try something that we've done to go somewhere new, let's try something new. I was like, hey, we're already in a whole new playground here. You know, let's not put like another game over there, another game over there. Let's perfect this.
It was so extremely hot on stage that my computer was just the processor graph was just like off the charts, like, and then the audio was freezing and chunking out. I had so much pain the next day because I was trying to fix my computer and I was bent over trying to hide. You can't let anybody know that there are problems. So you have to keep a poker face and try to make it seem that everything is okay when you're totally freaking out and your brain's about to explode. It was completely a nightmare.
And there was moments where, and shows that perhaps weren't as successful or as enjoyable for us because the technical issues outweighed the pure pleasure of what that moment should have been.
We always go one day before the main event to the venue for setting everything up.
I came in and I thought it is not possible.
When I finished with all the settings, ahora viene Fabio que haciendo fue para ver si hace
There was so many emails people wants to show a date. We just don't know anything from here. We came there and nothing.
Ah, yeah, sorry. Well, we don't have 18 LEDs as you requested. Excuse me. Yeah, but how comes you confirm? Yeah, well, yeah.
And I showed them the emails on that. It's just
They work quick. Don't worry.
Okay, Fabio is doing the production, yes? Sorry, we have to discuss it with him.
He's coming.
Tomorrow morning he's going to be the setup of the stage and the lights or everything. Today night, sorry, and tomorrow.
Buenos Aires was probably the hardest technically. They were not exactly 100% following the rider.
So, we have to try, we have to be flexible, find out also what's the best way to work here and to make a great show.
We had a number of technical issues with bad cabling and I think some bad network switches. But in all the cases, you try to make everything work as best as possible.
The Buenos Aires show was magical from the moment it started because